Hey, how's it going guys? My name's Daniel, aka HashLips, and welcome to my channel. As you know, on this channel I teach people about blockchain, how to code, and all sorts of cool things. In today's video in particular, I'm going to actually take a step back and take a look at my own artworks on the blockchain. It's going to be a cool video, but I have to start off by saying this is not financial advice at all. I simply want to showcase my artworks as I'm an artist as well. Stick around for the entire video. I will be giving a riddle after each collection that I show, and if you know the answer to that riddle, go and post it in the Sketchy Labs Discord channel. The link will be in the description. If you got it right, you will stand a chance to maybe win one of the NFTs that I show. So let's just jump into this. Side note, you can only acquire one of these beautiful NFTs yourself on the secondary market, such as OpenSea, apart from the very last collection that I'm going to show, because that has not released yet. Let's go and have a look at our very first collection, and that is called the HashLips Art Engine. It is the collection that's the closest to home, because that is what this whole YouTube channel is about. You see, a while back there was no possible way for the average person to go and generate an NFT art collection like CryptoPunks. I took it upon myself and wrote this piece of software that helps facilitate developers, artists, normal human beings to go ahead and do this for themselves. Here is the actual repository, and it's been used by thousands and thousands of people. Now, this is a simple repo that takes layers and generates collections. The tool itself has gained a huge popularity and following behind it because it enabled people to focus on the artworks and worry less about the technicalities that goes with it. And that's why this actual NFT collection exists. As we can see, there's currently 2,500 NFTs, which is the max supply, 850 owners at a decent floor price. There's been 14 Ether traded, and guess what? This NFT collection I released absolutely for free. As soon as I dropped this collection, people acquired and claimed these NFTs for free in under 2 minutes. That was astonishing to see. There's also a nice video leading up to this drop that you can go and check out. But it all comes down to this NFT being a statement, a stamp in history, to say that this tool actually changed the NFT space for many. It changed it in such a way where it allowed the average person, the artist, to go and create their creations and solidify it on the blockchain. It's a very proud moment, and that's why I love this NFT so much. Let's look at what the NFT actually is. So the NFT itself is showing the HashLips mask, but when you open it up, it actually shows a 3D model looking like this. This has the mask, the lips, just making it a bit more nostalgic. But then if you see on the back, there's a panel, and this panel you can zoom into, which has reference to the full source code of the HashLips Art Engine main.js file. This is the file that made it possible to generate all these collections that you see on OpenSea and the blockchain. So I think this NFT is pretty cool. Apart from being cool, in this video in the description, I actually show a secret Easter egg about this NFT as well. So, apart from it being awesome in itself, it is a stamp in history, and I'm pretty sure as time goes on, people will look back 5-10 years from now, looking at this and maybe wishing they had one. Considering that this was an absolutely free NFT drop, I think holders are very happy with the NFT itself. As a stamp in history, I'm pretty sure that people are going to be proud owning it in the future as well. Now, let's go on to the next one. But before we do that, here is the riddle. Okay, so this brings us to the second collection that I want to talk about, and this is really where my art started getting onto the blockchain. Before, I had NFTs that I brought out that were simply representations of digital artworks, but the Sketchy Ape Book Club is totally different. Most people know me as a developer, a coder, and indeed I am. But for my whole entire life, I've been an artist. And if you want to watch my video on My Name is Daniel, and this is also on my YouTube channel, you will see my full journey as an artist, how I explain my life being surrounded in art. I think it's an important video to watch if you ever want to actually get one of my artworks on the blockchain. You will get a deep understanding of how I work, my mind works, and the passion I have for artworks around me. So let's jump back and then look at the Sketchy Ape Book Club, where it originated from. Well, a little bit of a backstory is that I was always helping people out with my YouTube channel, with the code bases, trying to help out as many people as I can to help them get their artworks onto the blockchain. I was so busy helping a lot of people around me that I disregarded my own artworks. I took a step back, and this was the end of last year, where I decided mostly to focus on my art and start drawing these collections. I took a different twist where I didn't want to draw digital artworks, but instead use pen and paper. So I used fine liners on paper to draw these NFT attributes, and then I used the HashLips art engine to generate my collections themselves. So everything in the Sketchy community, the universe, which we'll talk to now, is actually hand-drawn by me, every single line of it. I then decided to make 10,000 of these apes, called Sketchy Ape Book Club. Now the whole purpose of this was so that we could start a community to write a book together. This is the actual website of the Sketchy Ape Book Club. We will talk about Sketchy Labs in just a second. But needless to say, a lot of good things have happened along the way. Our merchandise is out. Our book is at chapter 3, I believe, already. And we're also doing art auctions. And along the way, we are educating people in the space about various things. Here you can see actually some of the attributes being drawn on the templates themselves. The collection itself is all about the artworks. And we've tried to build a community around supporting the artworks, because you cannot find the sketchy style anywhere else. Now, like I said, there's a lot to this ecosystem regarding Sketchy Lab and all these other good stuff. But let's take a look at the collection again. Looking at some stats, there are a total of 10,000 apes, a huge community of 2,200 owners, which you'll get to meet if you go to the Discord, a floor price of 0.039, I think a very reasonable price for an artwork, and a traded volume of 210 Ether. If we look at the apes themselves, here they are. I think they look quite beautiful, but I cannot judge my own artworks. Keep in mind that each one of these was hand-drawn and then created with an art engine to make them come to life. You can see each one is its own little character, and they're quite quirky and fun. There are a lot of attributes and a lot of hours that went into drawing these. So take some time and look at your favorite ones. Maybe get one if you want to become a part of the Sketchy community. Now, talking about the Sketchy community, the Sketchy Ape Book Club is our Genesis collection. These are the representations of my artworks that I consider to be my true hand-drawn artworks on the blockchain. And that's what makes this Genesis collection so special. Along the way, we also had very cool things coming out, such as sketchy pages, which people can draw on and write messages to. We also had a drop of the Sketchy Ape Comic Book Club. This is a very important collection that was dropped and made available to the holders to claim for free as well. Here is the actual comic club on OpenSea. We can see, looking at the stats, that there are also 10,000 items, 832 owners, a very low floor price, and I believe this is about $6 currently, and 9.9 traded volume. Now, what's astonishing to me is that we gave this free to our community, but the floor price is so low. Now, I usually don't like talking about a floor price, but seriously, this is $6 for one of my hand-drawn artworks. I don't think a lot of people realize that the exact same amount of effort, even more, went into drawing these than has gone into drawing the Sketchy Ape Book Club NFTs. These are the adult versions, and these ones are the comic book, the teenage versions. These little guys and girls are superheroes in themselves, and if you like the look and feel of them, and you really don't have enough funds to get into the book club, then this is surely your way into our Sketchy community. Like I say, for only $6, I am sure that looking back at this, hopefully in 2 to 3, 5 years from now, people will say, can you believe these were only $6 at the time that I made this video? This is not financial advice, like I say, but you never know what could happen in the NFT space. And considering that this is my hand-drawn artwork and that I will be putting more artwork on the blockchain, we are not going anywhere. At the end of the day, art is subjective, and it is really for the owner and the holder to fall in love with their artwork. But the drop of the comic book ape collection linked to the ape book club collection, we quickly realized that we've got a brand, a Sketchy brand. And that is why on the website there's references made to Sketchy Labs. We started Sketchy Labs to encapsulate this stylistic drawings that I do and put on the blockchain. The Sketchy Labs website is our brand. This is where the artworks come together, where we talk about what's happening next, what has happened before, the ecosystem that we are trying to create, focusing on art on the blockchain, helping our community members out, and also doing cool reveals of sneak peeks of things coming in the future. Let me know what you think about this website and my sketchy style so far. I really hope that people get to see the passion I have for artworks. Anyway, it's now time for our next riddle, so check it out. We are back, and it's time to look at our very final collection for the day. These are called Sketchy Maniac. Now, there are only going to be 1,992 Sketchy Maniacs on the blockchain, and the reason for that is I wanted to lower the collection sizes as well as put special meaning towards it. The 9,992 is also coincidentally my birth date. We cannot yet look at the stats because this collection is pre-mint. The minting will only take place in a month or two from now. So to keep you updated, go ahead and join our Sketchy Labs Discord and you will have all the information if you want to get your hands on one of these crazy maniacs. What is the collection all about? Well, every person in their lives has some part of them that wants to burst out. Maybe there is some trigger that sets you off, or there's some experience that have set you off in the past. However, there's a maniac in us all, and this is why this creepy collection is there. It has all the glitz and glam, the traits, the unique feel and look of what I think a maniac should look like. This is going to be a way smaller collection, and going into the future, my collections will only get smaller and smaller. Now, I'll keep you up on when this is coming out, but I just want to quickly say thank you for watching this video, and because you've watched this far, I will give you a quick sneak peek of some of the maniacs. Here they are. As you can see, the maniacs are hand-drawn as well. So, these are the Sketchy Maniacs coming soon. However, I do want to say that if you feel the urge to get into our space, into our community, then do so. There's a lot of collections to choose from, ranging from the art engine all the way into the artistic side with the Sketchy collections. even though our collections are not big on utility, but are more around the artworks and the value of the art themselves. I highly encourage you to go and find your special one and come and join us. I also want to say that thank you so much for watching this video, always supporting me in my career on the blockchain and teaching individuals, and loving the art that I do. Here is the very last riddle, followed by the Sketchy Maniac advert. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, me explaining my collections. And till next time, have a nice day.
We all live in a world where our only reality is made up of what we imagine. We are not bound by the constructs of previous indoctrinations, we are the artist of our own lives. I guess breaking free means there is a maniac in us all.